New York Congressman Mike Lawler. So, Congressman, President Trump's got a full agenda. He's promised to do a lot in those first 100 days. What do you think his first priority should be?
Well, look, the American people elected Donald Trump to address two major domestic issues. Number one, the economy and bringing down the cost of living, the cost of doing business. And number two, securing the border. And obviously, those are going to be the top two priorities. You add in issues like energy and increasing domestic production of energy. That's critical to the economy and our national security. And then, of course, the international crises that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris have left on Donald Trump's doorstep. There is a lot of work ahead of us when we take office come January and President Trump gets sworn in January 20th. And we got to hit the ground running. So I'm looking forward to serving in this next Congress and really focusing in on the issues most acutely impacting the American people.
Yeah, and Congressman, we know that Trump and his border czar, Tom Homan, have promised to deport illegal migrants who've committed crimes here beginning on day one. I know you're here in New York, where the very latest violent attack came over the weekend with a man who entered this country illegally after already being deported under Trump's first administration, then set a woman on fire, murdering her in the subway. That's the man right there. We've seen Mayor Eric Adams already meet with Tom Homan. Do you think other New Yorkers, specifically Democrat leaders, will start to fall in line, especially after this latest incident?
Well, look, this is a direct result of the disastrous sanctuary city, sanctuary state policies that have been enacted under Kathy Hochul and the open borders under Joe Biden. We have criminal aliens coming into this country after having already been deported, only to commit violent crimes, killing Americans. And it's wrong. This is not about being against immigration. I've said this many times. My wife is an immigrant. So it's not a function of let's be against immigration. It's a function of being against allowing our country to be overrun by millions of migrants coming into the U.S., some of them criminals who are seeking to do harm. The fact that you had an innocent woman sleeping on a subway get burned alive right before Christmas is really unconscionable. But it's a direct result of the policies that have been enacted here in New York, allowing sanctuary for criminal aliens, refusing to cooperate with immigration and customs officials, and turning over said criminal aliens to law enforcement. It has to stop. And I think Eric Adams, to his credit, I think he gets it. Kathy Hochul does not. She literally posted right after the woman was burned about how safe the subway system is on X. I mean, it's a joke what we're dealing with here in New York.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, speaking of that, so obviously many of the radicals, the leftists with those failed policies, they're not going down without a fight. I mean, one of your soon-to-be former colleagues took to X to talk about how their progressive power is not going to be it. It's Jamal Bowman, Cori Bush. Anyone who underestimates our power is severely mistaken. I will always be squad. I'm not going far. Congressman, I mean, it doesn't seem like Democrats are taking away any lessons from their big loss.
No, I don't think they learned too much, frankly. Oftentimes they just try to change their language or their rhetoric a little bit. Look at crime, for instance, Kathy Hochul acting as though crime is down in New York when in fact it's not, as evidenced by a woman literally being burned alive on a subway train.
Yeah.
But the fact is they really haven't learned any lessons. They're just focused on trying to win elections. But the fact is the American people have had enough. They want us to focus on the issues that matter to them and their families most acutely, and that is the affordability crisis, the quality of life, and keeping our country safe and secure, period.
All right, good stuff. Congressman Mike Lawler, thanks so much for joining us, and I hope you enjoy your Christmas week as well.
Thank you so much.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.